So I'd ask you to consider, what brings you vitality? What were some of those feelings of vitality that you tapped into over that weekend retreat? And since then, what brings you vitality into your body, into your mind, into your soul? And what of that connects you with Christ in that communion, infusing with his life force? So I'm sure we all experienced such a super conscious high throughout our whole bodies that weekend. And now it's been a week. How many of you feel like it's been a month or even longer? It feels like, well, we're back. We're back to life. And where is that energy, that vitality that we can bring with us? Well, it's there anytime we choose to find it. And I love this image, and I've used it before. And the theme of our Easter and our Lenten journey was walking in greater Christ consciousness. So that's what we want to continue to do, right? Walk in greater Christ consciousness. We have choice points every single day, all day long. Do we walk one way? Do we walk another? We know out in the world there's things going on. There's devastation, there's heartbreak, there's desolation, there's shadow frequencies, there's tough things going on, and yet there's beauty out in the world too. We're talking about here our consciousness, and each one of us in consciousness can go either way at any time, and we do, and we can. And so what's over here? Usually fear. When we deviate into those lower states of consciousness, it all wraps up to some kind of fear that the ego mainly is fearing, that in trying to protect itself. And we know the opposite is faith. So on the other side is faith. So we walk fear or faith. Which way are we going to go when we encounter all these situations in life? Another thing is lack. So I see in so many people, we talk about, well, we just had this great Easter service. Can we just embrace Christ and see the good and be optimistic and positive and revitalized? And it just is our human nature sometimes to deviate towards the lack, what we don't have, and focus on that and forget what we do have. And the opposite of lack is abundance. So that is always there for us too. And if you look and compare these sides, that side that's darker, that has those cracks in the earth, it's barren, it's desolate, that can become, it's like a victim state. And we can get caught in that. This is the way it is in my life, and I can't get out of it. And on the other side is gratitude. So think of all those words that bring those feelings of either side. And what can we do to fill ourselves with that Christ vitality, no matter which side we're walking on? And we remember back to the vitality that we felt during our Easter retreat, when the Christ Spirit, that vitality, enters into our consciousness, and we can bring it in and fill those cracks with that life force, with that energy, so that the fear and the lack, they're still going to be there to some extent, but maybe they've been dissolved a little. Maybe they're not there as prevalent. And what's more prevalent is our faith and our abundance. And we're able to keep that alive in us if we just know and focus on accessing where in our body, in our being, do we house that? Where is that located? Is it just in our minds? Is it we meditate and we bring it in from the higher realms? Where do we bring it down into? Are we always trying to aspire to get up, and yet we're not grounded? Our feet aren't on the ground. So it's that coming together of the involution and the evolution, rising to meet Christ in those higher realms and also receiving. It's that Christing, bringing it down to receive and filling those cracks.